The way that we define routes in React Router might look a little bit odd to some people, since we're using XML tags to define these routes. The syntax might look a little bit strange, and to some people, it's not that comfortable. If you're that person, well, I've got some good news for you. React Router actually provided us a hook for us to define the routes in the form of a JavaScript object. Now let's take a look at the syntax. First of all, we'll need to import the useRoutes hook. The hook function will receive an array of routes object, and each object is basically the equivalent of the route component. Whatever props that we can pass to the route component, we can do the same in the route object counterpart here. So let's try to replicate our current route structure into the useRoutes hook. First of all, we have the root route, where I'll set a path to the root and the element to the home component. Next, we have the contact page, and I'll do the same as the home page component. So far, so good. Next, to replicate the admin route group, we'll need to use the children property. The children property is basically another array of routes, and each object would have the exact same structure as what we already have so far. Alright, now we're done. Let's test our code. I'll comment out the XML syntax and replace it with the routes JavaScript variable created by the hook. Okay, let's go to the browser and see what will happen. Whoops, we're greeted by a lot of errors. It says that the useRoutes hook function can only be used inside a router component. This is an easy fix. We simply need to refactor the browser router component from our app.jsx into the main.jsx file by wrapping it around our app component. And now let's go back to our browser, and our app is now rendered properly once again. And clicking on the link in the navbar will redirect us to a different page, just like before. And that means the useRoute hook function is working properly as a substitute of the XML syntax. And that's it. You can use whichever syntax that you prefer. Either way, they'll work just fine. Alright, key takeaways for this lesson. useRoutes is a hook function that allows us to define routes in JavaScript object syntax in contrast to the XML syntax. We can only call useRoutes within the browser router component, otherwise React will complain and refuse to render the page. That's it for now, and I'll see you again in the next lesson. If you would like to see more content, consider supporting us by becoming a member at my website, Acadea.io. It is similar to Patreon, but in return, you get a lot of premium tutorials and lessons. If you can't become a member, that's totally fine. We are just happy that you are here. We spend a lot of time and energy to produce high quality videos for you. Feel free to check out our other videos on YouTube, and if you can leave a thumbs up, you will really make my day. If you subscribe, I would jump for joy, and I'll make more videos for you. Thanks for your support, and I'll see you next time.